Gordy, Ben Hunt and Walters now, the new halves pairing. Thoughts on that?
Well, Billy's been doing such a great job come off the bench at the 9, so I think he'll do it. He's got someone he can lean on in his father that played pretty good in that jersey. And Ben Hunt, what a player, 300 games, played for Australia, played for Queensland in that position, so you'd think he'd have the experience on holding the fort while those guys are away.
You talk about the experience of Ben Hunt. He actually hasn't played finals football for 7 years now. I think
Don't hold that against him.
Well, no, I'm just saying, at the Dragons, 2018 was his last time. So while he's got all that big-time game experience playing for Queensland and Australia, this is a big challenge for him.
I don't think it's as dire as what we're all making out. I think talk of Brisbane's demise is premature. You know, Billy Walters is a good player. He's played 5-8 at West Tigers. Yeah, Ben Hunt's a legendary figure. You've got Reece Walsh at the back. I just don't think it's as bad as what people are making out at the Broncos.
So you're not putting a line through it?
Absolutely not, Brave. No. We got Reynolds back in 4 weeks. They've still got Staggs out the back. I guess the key question will be, though, Reece Walsh. What role will he play? And will he perhaps overplay his hand, Gordon, given he knows that he's under pressure to probably step up?
Well, you wouldn't change the way he plays. Like, you know, 2 weeks ago he throws 3 over the sideline. The week after he has 5 try assists, you know. So, but he's got a great left foot kick. So you think if Ben Hunt's on the right, you think he could be a backup kicker and help there. But you just want Reece to go out there and, you know, time and place is something that he's learning.
But that's where he has to change, isn't it? Like,
just what does my
time
team
and
need
place.
now?
You know what?
Yeah.
We all know how talented Reece Walsh is.
But that comes with experience, doesn't it?
I know it does, mate. But he's in his 23 around 80, 90 first grade games now. Like it has to come. You say it's not as dire as it. They've just lost their halfback and they've just lost their 5'8" and they've just lost Selwyn Cobbo. Like it's a pretty big deal. And you've got this guy who has been rocks and diamonds over the last month.
I think it's even more important now for Reece to pick his moments. You know, he doesn't have the security of the two halves who are game breakers and creators. Like Reynolds is a creator. Ezra Mam's been their X factor since he's come back and taken the team really to another level. So they need X factor in him, but they can't afford to be making errors. If they make errors early on in the game and they get on the back foot, and we've seen it throughout the year, they're in some trouble. So they've almost got to be faultless. Yes, they've still got plenty of great players in their team. Yes, they can still make their mark in the finals, but not if he's making errors. I love him as a player, like, don't get me wrong, but I think it actually makes it even more important. Now, you think the injuries is calm?
No, I'm just saying, all I said, I had a crack at him last week.
Are you backtracking already?
No, I'm not backtracking one bit, mate.
He never goes in reverse. There's no reverse button.
The week earlier, there was, and I spoke about it here, that cockiness, arrogance against South. And I just thought, when they went out after Selwyn made that terrific chase on Xavier Coates, there was a little bit of karma. There was a little bit of, how's it feel now? You know, there really was, mate.
What exactly are you saying?
I'm saying that their cockiness the week earlier bit them on the bum.
It made them pull their hamstrings.
It made them pull their hamstrings.
So it wasn't Maguire's training, it was their...
And with Reece Walsh, like, the cockiness everyone loves, and everyone loves the way that the guy, when he's at his best, you know, he's breathtaking. But Braith's 100% right, mate. There has to come a time where Reece says, this is as much about the team as it is me looking good. And those forward passes, those moments of madness, they have to stop if they're to have any chance of making a dent in the competition.
You make a good point. Team first instead of individual brilliance, you know. Yeah, you know, again, we want to see the individual brilliance, but it's that team first mentality.
I don't think Braith, he will have to manufacture pulling back. I think that will just come with maturity. In time.
Yeah, but they don't have time for that.
We mentioned the other day, Braith, about Billy Slater. Billy did it in time. Not so much this year, I'm saying, but in time. But for this year, look, I'd just let him run. I don't know why people want to curtail him. If I was a coach, I'd say, you know what, go out there, have some fun and just do what you do, because what you do is spectacular.
You talk about time, right? And moments open, premiership windows open. Like, Adam Reynolds is not getting any younger. He's 35 next year. Is Ben Hunt 36 or 37 next year? Like, these guys are not getting any younger. Like, when we looked at this year, their premiership window was wide open this year. Gordy's spoken about it previously. But when the halfbacks get a year older, are they going to be in a better position next year? I'm not so sure about that.
We're only
you
talking
think so?
about 4 weeks of pulling it back a little bit here because Renault comes back in 4 weeks. So we're
kind
not
of what I
saying
said.
we're not saying like don't do what you usually do, Reese. Just pull it back a little bit, just a little bit. All right, now are the Broncos tough enough to survive this? We've had your opinion on this, Bulldog. Do you guys think they're tough enough to survive this injury crisis?
Well, it's up to individuals to prove they're tough enough because they do have some guys in that team who play tough every single week. Carrigan, Payne Haas, Katoni Staggs. Like there's players out there that play tough every week, but as a unit, Melbourne are the benchmark, aren't they? Penrith are the benchmark. They're the teams, and Melbourne showed them last week, mate. They're playing without Jerome Hughes.
You think
Doesn't
they've
matter.
still got enough there to out tough with Payne, Carrigan. They've got enough experience, don't they? And
I
you
reckon
just
it's
have to
more
be.
mental toughness though, Gordy.
But like,
that's
they just
what
gotta
they've
be.
lacked throughout the year. Do they have the resilience?
It's 80 minutes of football. Of course they've got a tough 80 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll find out. This is what
Well, they've
Mad-
got a tough 80 minutes of football in them, haven't they?
Absolutely. This is what Madge was brought in for, to add that element of hardness, that grit, that resolve. Now we'll find out, after all the work Madge has done, whether that toughness has been instilled.